So let's discuss federalism chapters MCQ type questions. And again, one important information, you are getting my personal notes in description. So please utilize these. It's covering board summary of my videos as well as objective type and subjective type questions. Okay, so let's start federalism's question answers. Firstly, I need to explain you about few terms. Number one, what is the difference between federal and decentralization, these two terms? Number one, federal. Federal division of power reflects the vertical power sharing, as we have done in power sharing chapter also. And decentralization is actually focusing on grassroots democracy, means where people are directly taking part and solving their problems on their own. So when state government and central governments are sharing their powers with the local people, okay, that's called decentralization. When we got independence in 1947, at that time India became federal country because there was power sharing arrangement between center and states, because no one level of government was there, two levels of governments were there. But in 1992, by passing 73rd Amendment Act, India became decentralized country. Is it clear? So decentralization means at local level people, they are solving their own problems. It was dream of Mahatma Gandhi to have grassroots democracy so that people may be trained for the democratic system, and it is given in directive principles of state policy in a constitution. Okay, so to make this dream of Mahatma Gandhi true, it was being done. Secondly, India is such a large country that obviously we need to go for more than two levels of government so that people may realize democracy at local level. Okay, so these two terms should be very clear. Then again we have two terms under decentralization, Gram Panchayat and Gram Sabha. Students, Gram Sabha term is used for all the adult members of the village. Adult, those who have the right to vote, those who choose Gram Panchayat. And this Gram Sabha means all adult members of the village. They are supposed to go for meeting at least 2 times in a year and to supervise the working of Gram Panchayat, which is chosen by them. Okay, so Gram Panchayat, obviously Panches, Sarpanch, all those 5 members, they comprise and are being called Gram Panchayat. Okay, now let's come to the other questions. The system of Panchayati Raj involves A, the village and state levels, B, the village, district and state levels, C, the village, block and district levels, D, the village, state and union levels. So I hope you know the answer. C, the village, block and district levels. Actually we have a 3-tier system at local level also. In village we have Panchayat, that's why village is the smallest entity. Then few villages comprise and make up block. In Punjab isko hum tehsil bolte hain, right? And then few block areas comprise and make a district or zilla. Okay, so name differs in different areas, that's why I am using more than one term. Then the system of government in which there is only one level of government. Uni means unitary form of government. One, uni. And more than one, federal. Okay, so banking and defense are the subjects of union list. Okay, I will explain you more about. In 1947, the boundaries of several old states were changed on the basis of language. Okay, in practice of federalism also we have done it in detail. Then local self-government exists only in urban areas. True or false? False. In village, in rural as well as urban. At both places we have this system. The popular name of rural government is Panchayati Raj. True. And then we have, yes, union list. Let me explain you and give you examples. In union list, which is given in our constitution, all those matters which are of national importance are being covered. Means subjects of national importance such as defense, foreign affairs, banking, communication, currency. Okay, you have seen Prime Minister is going in other country and going for signing the agreements and all, not chief ministers. Currency, banking, foreign affairs, we have already discussed. Defense, states are not defending their boundaries. State is just taking care of the internal matters through police, which is a state list matter. And what comes in state list? All those matters which are of local importance for the state, which can be better administered at this level. Example, police, trade, commerce, and the state governments can alone make laws. Which subjects are mentioned in state list, only state governments can make laws on that. And which are mentioned in union list, only central government can make laws on that. But we have one more list, concurrent list, where subjects of common interest to both state and center are given, like education. Okay, that's why central government is also taking care of it and state governments also. So all those matters which are of importance for both state and national are being covered in concurrent list, and both the union as well as the state governments can make laws on it. But in case of any conflict, central government's decision will prevail, because we belong to holding together federation, you know it. Because India is not completely a federal and completely a unitary system. We have few features of unitary form of government when emergency is being applied, and power sharing arrangement is slightly in favor of central government. Okay, so that's why India is called quasi-federal and quasi-unitary. Means ना तो हम completely federal हैं और ना ही completely unitary हैं. Then residuary powers, all those topics which are not covered in any of these lists, state list, union list and concurrent list, come under residuary powers. Residuary बचे हुए, residual portion आप कहते हैं ना, तो all such kind of topics, powers are given to the union government. As reason you already know, I have just before this point explained you. So what are union territories? All those areas which were too small to be inserted in any state, and secondly, these were so diverse or developed that obviously accommodation of these areas were not possible with other states. So that's why all those existing areas were considered union territories. So उनको union territories कहा गया, and union territories are being ruled by the central government. Union territories. Then what is the role of judiciary? Judiciary's role is very, very important, because if there will not be judiciary, who will solve the matters of union and state government? Suppose there is any conflict, and there is great possibility of all this, because when we are working, so there can be conflict, but there should be anyone to solve it, and whose decision will be accepted, who is not biased. Like in cricket, umpire's decision is being considered, not the captain of the teams, right? Because umpire will take decision logically, not will be in favor of one or the other team, right? Then we have what constitutes the Zilla Parishad. All Panchayat Samitis and Mandals in a district together constitute the Zilla Parishad. And who is the head of the municipal corporation or municipality? Mayor. And who is the political head of Gram Panchayat? sarpanch. Okay, so I hope I have covered very good, all very important points. Now, one more: which of the following government has two or more levels? Community government, coalition government, unitary government, federal government. Obviously, federal government. Okay, unitary have only one level. Okay, students, I hope you will be benefited, but after that, if you will be left with any question in your mind, please comment me. I will solve your doubt. Thank you so much. Please share my videos and keep on giving me your precious feedback. Thank you so much.